Hi, my name is Cassandra Pineda, and I am creating my video on special education and my professional dispositions that I feel special education teachers, general ed teachers, and myself should hold. I believe that as a special education teacher, my biggest role is to be an advocate. I should be an advocate so that my students feel that they can develop on their own, that they feel comfortable talking to me and to the general education teachers, that I should support them with general education teachers when they are not feeling that they are getting the support that they need within the classroom, and to teach them how to advocate for themselves so that that way we can have more in-depth conversations when it goes between us and their parents, between it goes myself and the other general education teachers, and then to also to better support them when it comes to understanding what's required of them. I believe that in order to do this, in order to create an advocacy area, I need to really look at the student and what they're capable of doing and how I can better support and assist them. In order to do that, I have to see what are their strengths, what are their areas of weakness, and how can I use their strengths to support their weaknesses. And if their weakness is reading, but they're good at numbers, okay, how can I incorporate numbers, or how can I incorporate tactile learning to get them to be better readers? And if I don't know who they are, then it's going to make that process significantly more difficult. I believe that in order to do this, I have to be compassionate. I need to be fair. So if I'm going to do something for one student, then I should do it for all of them. Special education classrooms tend to have a smaller roster, so you may have 32 to 40 people on your case roster, but you're not strictly dealing with 120 kids. You're dealing with a smaller group, and that smaller group, no matter what their deficiency is or their learning disability may be, they should receive equal amount of support. And that each person has a different backstory that you need to go ahead and look into so that you can know how to support them, and more especially know how to talk to them. Because if you can't be able to communicate with your students, then you should figure out what you need to do in order to communicate. And sometimes that might be getting parents on board so that you can feel confident when you're talking to your students. As far as professional dispositions are concerned, I feel that I have the strongest in fairness and high expectations. I feel that there were times in my childhood that while I was not a special education student, I wasn't treated fairly in comparison to others. And I can't assume what those reasons were, but as an educator, as a person, I feel that at all times I should be fair to my students. And in order for them to give that back to me, I need to show them respect and understanding. But in order to show fairness, I need to set high expectations for my students and then turn around and hold high expectations for myself. So if I say, hey, by the end of this month, we're going to learn how to write an essay, at the end of that month, we're going to learn how to write an essay. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I've set up a good system on how to show you how to pre-write. I'm going to show you how to web. I'm going to show you how to put it together. I'm going to correct your paragraphs. I'm going to ask you to put it together. I'm going to ask you to look for editing. And then at the very end, we're going to put it all together and we're going to make sure that everything we did came out to be 100% a great essay. And that way, they're feeling confident in me, and then I too have given them exactly what I expected out of them. As a first-year teacher, I haven't been a first-year teacher yet, but I feel that I'm going to spend a lot of extra time trying to figure out what I can do to get those students to achieve what they need to do on a personal level. So whether or not I'm in a general education classroom or a special education classroom, there's a personal goal that I hope that I can help my students achieve. Sometimes that fairness can seem a little unjust if you have students that are super high achievers, and if I set my expectations too high for one person, then maybe others won't specifically get that. And I'm hoping that by creating standard expectations to where I'm pushing you to reach an individual goal, that'll help reduce any conflict or bias I may have between the student and their parent, so that everything's based off a rubric and everything's fair across the board, so that my students can feel comfortable and feel like they can be able to grow within my classroom, but feel confident enough to have a conversation with me. At this time, that is my limit for this video, so I hope you enjoy it, and you guys have a fantastic night, and thank you for listening.